even if you are coming from any other ERP, each ERP works differently. How you log in, how you navigate, all is different. So first thing, we have to understand how we are going to log into Workday. If there are small icons, then what those icons meant for, how we are going to use them, all that we are going to understand first. Then we are going to understand, let's say if you are working on a project and you are doing some testing, always in company, everything will not be handled by one person. If Priyanka is posting something, maybe Rao has to go and approve it. In that case, how, if you are testing as a consultant, how you can log into her ID, how you are logging to Rao's ID by the way of starting proxy, that is a bit different than other ERPs. So, and very easy, very helpful for consultant, for practice or for testing. So how you are going to start proxy in the system, what are the different tenants? When I'm saying tenants, those are actually the system, Workday systems. So what are different tenants available, how the data flows from one system to another. Let's say we are starting or we are creating new company, where it will be created, from there where it will get transferred, from finally it will go to production. So how all this navigation, or what are the core concept, we are going to understand first. So financial accounting setup is, again, before starting our day-to-day business or day-to-day transaction, we need to have certain setup ready. And this is a setup I was talking about, like backend, which most of the time consultants are going to do, and end user who actually work for the company are going to just do their day-to-day activities. So we are going to create our all the GL account list ready. We are going to create our fiscal year, our ledger. So all this we will do here. Once this is done, then we are going to start posting our transactions. Again, simple, just now I said rent paid, or let's say you are paying any manufacturing or like marketing expenses, or you are doing any intercompany transaction, all these manual transaction, if any, we are going to cover here. How we are going to post it, if there is something wrong, how we are going to cancel it, how we are going to post recurring, like every month. If you are paying rent, rather than going and putting that in the system every month, you will just create template and you will use that template. How to do that, here we are going to understand. Now while explaining this, you might be understanding that here I'm not talking anything like from software perspective. These are our basic financial transaction I'm talking about, and these will be as easy as I'm mentioning here while doing in Workday. Then we can understand that you are not going to post entry one by one in the system. Let's say if I give you 50 vouchers and ask you to post those in system, you will not do it one by one, but you will just maybe maintain in Excel and try to upload that Excel in the system. That is known as EIB, Enterprise Interface Builder. So how to create that template? What are the important fields you want to include in that template? How to upload that template, and then how to see the result? This is what we are going to cover here in EIB section. Okay. Then comes any finance, and we know that period end activities are like important part of any finance domain, right? So what are those period end activities? How you are going to open period, close period, how you are going to do allocation, if there is any foreign transaction involved, how we are going to post foreign currency revaluation, and finally if you have more than one companies, how we are going to do consolidation. We are going to cover that here. And with this, we will be concluding our first module or first ledger, which is main ledger, which is general ledger. Okay. By this time, we like are more familiar, like we know how to navigate in Workday, how Workday works. So we are going to talk a bit about security here. So here we are going to cover one example that if, like say, we are creating new role or new position and we want to give certain access to this particular role, how we are going to do end-to-end setup in system. That's what we are going to cover here. What is business process security? What is domain security? All this. So, and by this time, you will be familiar with all these terms which I am using, which are like Workday terms. And after that, we'll be starting with our subledgers. How to post supplier invoices. So this is supplier. Again, here we are talking about one software. So if I want to post any supplier invoices, let's say I'm telling you, I want to tell system that I'm buying 10,000 books from, let's say, any like Barnes and Nobles, for example. Okay, so system should understand that, okay, I'm buying books means that is a purchase item. Barnes and Nobles is a supplier who is going to provide me that material. Then all these first we are going to create in a system. We are going to create suppliers, we are going to create customers, and then we will start with actual transactions, posting supplier invoice, paying them. Then maybe sometime, let's say like 10 books are faulty, then we want to return those books, how we are going to return those books, all that we are going to see in the system, how it works in Workday. Okay, we are going to cover procure to pay cycle. I hope you have heard this concept. If not, procure to pay means end-to-end process of how we are going to buy something from supplier. First, someone from our company, other department will say, hey, I want, let's say, this 10 books. Then we will create purchase order for the supplier for those 10 books. Then they will send us goods. We will record that goods. Then we will then they will send us supplier invoice. So we are going to record, and finally we are going to pay them. That is known as procure to pay cycle. So we are going to cover this end-to-end process with example. And of course, payment. Now, I was talking about one side of our business. This is another side of our business. If we are selling something to customer, again, who are our customers? System is not aware of that. We have to create those first. Then we have to create what we are selling. And finally, we are going to do that customer invoice and payment part here, similar to supplier invoice and payment. How we are going to create customer invoice, how we are going to receive payment receipt, rather than payment I'll say receipt, how we are going to receive from customer. If customer is saying no, this is faulty, we are not going to pay for this, we have to do refund, how we are going to do that part, all that we will be covering here. Now we have taken care of suppliers, we have taken care of customers, and here we are going to take care of our employees here. Okay, expenses. How employees are going to create expense report. If you are on a business travel and if you want to get it reimbursed, we have to create expense report. We have to have cash advances. How we are going to do all that. Okay, now either you are talking about supplier, either you are talking about customers or expenses, everywhere cash involved. So of course we have to have our bank, we have to tell bank that okay, if I'm doing this type of business, I want you to use this bank if you have more than one bank. So all this bank management we will be doing here, cash management and settlement. Here we will be talking about all that, how to create bank, how to set up different rules for our bank, and how to make payment. We talked about expenses already, and this is our last subledger, business assets. If you are buying some fixed assets, what are the different ways of recording that in Workday? Then if you are selling, if you want to post depreciation, how you are going to do that? Let's say some issue happened, like some flood or etc., and now your asset value is 50% of what it was earlier. How we are going to record that, or that asset impairment, how we are going to record in the system? All that different transaction relating to assets will be covering here. Okay, while doing all this, we will be talking about different reports. If I say, Priyanka, I need one report for this company, tell me how many assets we have, what is the current value of those assets, all that, can you tell me? So yes, there are certain reports so which we are going to see. Those are the standard reports provided by Workday. But if there is something user specific or client specific, then we have to create custom reports. So what are the different types of custom reports, how to create those, and how to check those reports, all that will be covering here in Workday reporting. Okay, here specifically we are going to talk about custom report. So this is overall, this is going to give you an idea of overall finance from all the for all the important modules or sub modules, I can say, with custom reporting. Okay, so yes, while doing that, you can see here, this is the Excel which I have created, which is going to give you an overview of what are the different activities we are going to do. So you can see that when I said we are going to first do the setup, this is all we will be covering. So I'll be sharing this with you, so you know how one by one we are going from one ledger to another ledger. So you can see whatever topic I was talking about, all those important tasks are mentioned here, right? So yes, this is from my side. So now if you have any questions, you can just go ahead and ask me, and then we will just discuss those. So yeah, let me know. Anything specific to Workday, like how we are going to cover that? So now, especially Priyanka, we had one call, so I know. So now for you, do you think like anything which you are not able to understand here, aware of talking something which
No,
you
Rashmi.
yeah, so
Yes. We'll do the regular process in our company itself, same thing.
exactly, and that's what we are going to do here.
Yep.
So, so I understand. Then you are all doing all the activities. Are you working on any specific module now in your company, like accounts payable?
GST.
Okay, so taxation part.
Yes, taxation, works contracts and everything. That
Okay,
sales, suppliers, everything.
got it. So you are mainly working on contract and then GST part. Got it. Okay, sure. So yes, this is overall from my side. Any question if you on like you have on how we are going to do this, or any other details which you want me to clarify? Yes, sir.
No, you can go ahead, Rashmi.
Okay. So I'm done from my side. Just give me a minute, okay? So just to again tell you, like while doing this, I'll be sharing with you this presentation, then this PPT, this Excel which we have. Then we have a Workday training material which we'll be sharing with you, and definitely tenant access like support team will take care of. Okay, and around 30 to 32 hours of.
Yeah, Rashmi, I have one small doubt.
Mhm.
For tenant access, how many months you will provide?
So that support team will be able to answer to you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I'll
thank
just tell you about tenant access. If you have anything regarding what we are covering, please let me know. Like, are we going to cover this or not? That I will be able to answer. About the tenant access, I guess the team will be the right contact person. Like, you can check with them. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so if no question, then we can close the call, and then you can reach out to the support team for any further queries. If not, we are starting on Monday. So yes, you can just decide and let them know. Okay.
Rashmi, we'll be having classes from Monday to Friday. How are we doing this?
So mostly, yes, mostly we are going to have Monday to Friday 1 hour. Okay. So
Mhm.
yes, and the timing definitely they will inform you, Priyanka, about the timing.
Okay.
Overall, and even the link also you will be getting from the support team. The mostly you will be logging to that same link unless you get a new link. After the training, they will be recording the sessions and they will be uploading the recorded session on the shared drive with the, and they will provide the access for that.